today's segment video, whatever you want to call it, is how Danny and I became one. Or like how this happened. We both have two different stories, even though it's one story, but he remembers a different way and I remember, my way, which is the right way. He has, some whatever he had going on. We both went to Bach Middle School of the Arts. Danny was a vocal major and I was a theater major. I always thought he was a band major, maybe because his core friends were in band, or the ones I would see him with. But no, Danny sings, so if he says that he can't sing, don't believe it.
We had similar friend groups. We look back now at Facebook memories or old Instagram posts, and we were actually in some of the same rooms at parties, but we never spoke to each other. We crossed paths. I knew of Sydney, she knew of me, but we never conversed.
Yes.
At Bach.
It was one party we went to, I think it was like a Sweet 16. People tag you in different pictures. And so we saw that we were at the same party. It's just he's on one end of the picture and I'm on the other end. So we were always in the same places at the same time, but we never kind of crossed paths. Then, of course, we parted ways after Bach. He went to Suncoast. I went to Forest Hill. Then I want to say, fast forward to 2024. Me and Sonari, we were going to TJ Maxx. She texted me and she said, hey, his friend is going to come over and we're just going to all chill. Then he called back. He said, hey, can I bring my homeboy, Danny? And so I was like, Danny Jones, the one that went to Bach? He's like, yeah. I said, oh, yeah. So we were at her house. His friend comes over first and then we're just eating pizza, kind of like setting up the games or whatever. Danny comes in with shades on. So, of course, I said, it's...
You gotta be mysterious.
I was like, it's sunny outside? He says probably something like that.
So, I'm at work with my dog, and he say, there's a game night happening tonight if you want to pull up. So, I'm thinking it's gonna be, something casual, maybe like 10 people. So, when I got there, I was taken back that it was just us four and not a house full of people.
Because his homeboy said it's gonna be a game
party
night.
Yeah. Sydney was beautiful, but the chances of us having to like each other is almost like forced or fake.
Yes.
So it's like, I'm not finna try to hop down on Sydney and it make it awkward. I'm gonna just be a regular person. We're gonna have a regular game night. Yeah.
Vibe.
Just have a regular game night.
Yes.
We had fun. We played games. We ordered pizza. Later on that evening, when it was time to go, we were downstairs outside just talking for a long time, and then we ended up holding hands.
No, Danny thought he was slick. While we were going downstairs, he was holding my hand, like he put his hand out to help me down the stairs. Then when we got down the stairs, he didn't let my hand go. So after that game night,
back up. Before we left game night, we having such a good time, everybody talking. Sydney, off rip, plans a trip for all of us.
Oh, yeah. Because, I like to go on trips and stuff like that.
You should go on a trip. I ain't got no passport. I ain't got nothing. I'm like, yeah, let's go on a trip. That's how I got to get her number.
I said, let's go ahead and plan a trip. Because I've been wanting to go to Costa Rica. Then it's like, okay, well, just put us all in a group chat.
Mm-hmm.
That's that. So after that, he ghosted me.
No, after that, I wasn't going to cross no boundaries. Make sure you got home safe.
And then after that was like a Saturday. I didn't hear from him until Thursday. I was like, okay, cool. It is what it is. We didn't say that we were dating. This and that. It was cool. It was a vibe. He said, yeah, we got to run that back again. And so I said, oh, yeah. So we had a second game night, same cool vibes or whatever.
After that, I texted her, hey, it would be nice sometime if we can go somewhere outside of the four of us, just us two.
He said something like, you want to go to a hookah lounge or go grab a drink? I was like, okay, cool. So we ended up going to...
No, we didn't end up going nowhere. We didn't end up going nowhere. So Sydney says, yes, it'll be cool if we go to lunch or dinner or whatever. She agreed to it. Let's say that this conversation happens on a Saturday. Let's plan it for next Wednesday or something like that. It gets to Monday, and then she cancels and says, school is about to start in 2 weeks. I'm really bombarded right now. And I'm overwhelmed.
Okay.
I think we should reschedule.
Let me tell you. Okay, so this is what happened. School was getting ready to start and I have not set up my classroom or, got anything set up, right? But I'm going to tell you why I said that. Danny had told me when we had the first game night, my hair was braided. And the second game night, it was braided. I had took my hair out. And I didn't feel like twisting it up or doing that little quick whatever. I know it wasn't gonna come out right because of the whole treatment. I texted Dan and said, hey, can we reschedule? I told him because I had to do X, Y, and Z, but the real reason why is because my hair wasn't done. Now, you're probably wondering why you didn't just say your hair wasn't done, because honestly, that sounds like a lie to me. If somebody said, oh, I can't go because my hair's not done, that sounds like a lie. You can't put it in a ponytail or you can't do something like...
When she said, I'm not going to be able to make it, I said, that's dead. I told her that I was about to move to Orlando for some job opportunities. Okay. 2 weeks later, she hit me back. She said, hey, how's the job going? How's the job search going in Orlando, whatever? And then right there, when she hit me up on her own, I knew it.
He hit me back. He said, I know that school's getting ready to start. We can do like an early lunch. So we end up picking Kapow downtown. I said, okay, cool. I have been to Kapow. I don't like Kapow. But of course, I'm not going to tell him that because I wanted to, go to the date because I had already felt bad that I rescheduled the first one. We're going to this one now. And so, me, everybody know me, I'm very prompt, okay? I stay prompt. Even the ones who I cook with, y'all know I'm there before the professor. Anyway, so he said we'll do like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I get there like at 6:30, 6:45. And I said, I'm just going to sit in the car. I'll say hey, I'm on my way, but I'm already there.
Wait, you was already here?
Yeah.
When you told me I'm on the way, I'm down the street?
Yeah.
You was already there?
Yes. Danny texts me around 6:15. I'm thinking, oh, he about to be petty. He about to tell me he not coming. Okay, that's why I said that's why I'm still in the car. Because I could just go ahead and leave. But he said, hey, no rush. I'm already here. Get the table set, stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So I was very taken back. I had to call somebody because you're there before me. Like, already there at the restaurant, set up and everything. But that's when I know. I said, okay, first check. I walked in. Now, mind you, Danny didn't say it was a date. So I have like some capris on, a tank top, a cardigan, and like some New Balances, right? Very cute, very, whatever. Danny has slacks, black button down, and his lemon pepper steppers, his shiny shoes and everything. Down to the 9. And so I instantly feel embarrassed because it's like, wait, hold on, wait. I don't do this. I don't do this, but you didn't say this was a date. You said that this was like, a casual thing. So I would have dressed for the occasion had he said it was a date. Anyway, it was still cute. We still had a great time. The date was amazing. We were laughing, just reminiscing on like things back in the day. It was just so much fun. So then after that, I parked where the meters are, like where you had to put the coins in, and I put a timer on my phone. Danny was like, do you want me to go and put the meters, like change or whatever? And I was like, I don't know if I said yes or no. Did you end up going to my car?
Yeah, I did.
Another points. I ended up moving my car to the parking garage where his car was. After the date, of course, Danny paid for the entire day. We walked to the parking garage. He walked me to the car. So he paid for his car and then got out and paid for my car to get out. Very much so. Very, very much so. So then I called my mom literally after we parted ways. I said, Mom, I wanted to mess this up because I really like him. Because what? I was already locked in. But I didn't get my hair done, but now I'm locked in. But he was already moving to Orlando that next day. But that doesn't mean...
That's crazy. That was the next day I moved.
That was literally the next day. But that's okay because if y'all know me, y'all know I'm in Orlando like almost every week. So I remember he invited me for Thanksgiving. Now, I'm very nervous. And he knows that I just get extremely nervous. Well, he didn't know back then, but I get extremely nervous. So I said, oh, can we do like Christmas? Because, I'm going to spend time with my grandma, which is very true. Right? And then he said, yeah, no problem. I completely understand. Then he's like, okay, so I know you're not going to be available Thanksgiving. Do you mind coming the day before Thanksgiving? Can't say nothing after that. You can't say nothing else after that. So I can't say no. I'm like, oh, okay. So when I went there, oh my God, I love his family. It just felt like my family felt like at home. That day when I went to his house and met his parents and his siblings, I told Danny that night, I said, we're going to get married. Now, I know he was looking at me crazy because Danny asked me out October 13th. Either the 12th or the 13th. It was at midnight when he asked me. So this is 1 month of us dating. And I told him, I said, we're going to get married. The rest is history, and now we are engaged, and the wedding date, we're not going to release it right now, but, but it's coming soon. And see.